Alright. What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Papa's Journey. Say hello. Say hello, anak. Hi. Hi. I don't think he looks too much like me. I think he has a lot of his mother in him, no? Okay, first question. Kamusta naman ang maging isang ama para kay Jude? Sobrang saya. Not to under-answer this question, if that's even a thing, pero sobrang saya. I mean, di siya kahit gaano ko ka-exhausted or tired, hindi talaga siya parang challenge or trabaho. It really just feels like... It just feels like I've fully gelled na into the whole role of fatherhood. So yeah, I'm super happy, and so is Janella, and so is little man. Sobrang dali niyang alagaan. Ano ang dream mo para kay Jude? Simple lang yan. Ang pangarap naming dalawa ni Janella para kay Jude ay maging masaya lang. Kahit anong gusto niyang gawin sa buhay, basta mangiti siya pag uwi sa bahay, okay lang. Pero of course, may bias din ako. Kasi football, tignan mo naman yung suot namin. Palaging matchy kapag football. So kung gusto niya maging footballer, edi mas masaya ako. Kung hindi, edi... Joke, masaya pa rin ako. Bata. Meep! Hold on to the thing so people can see your face. From Bea Jennifer 30. Are you jealous sometimes when Jude's more clingy to Jaya? Like Jaya has breast milk, kaya ganon? No, I don't think that's a thing. Especially with the age that Jude's at, he's super clingy to the both of us. So yeah, parang of course we both have our different roles. As a father, iba yung role ko. As a mother, iba yung role niya. So ang importante lang sa amin yung Okay, we can continue. Right. See, the next question we have is... Oh yeah, no, let's go back. Are you jealous sometimes when you... No. To answer the question, no, I don't get jealous when he wants his mama time, because I always get my papa time. Next question. Saan ka mas nahihirapan, sa pagpatulog o sa pagpapakain kay Jude? Siguro yung pagpakain. Because Jude is... It's so funny. He has certain moods. So minsan sobrang ganado siya kumain, minsan hindi. But kadalasan hindi. So I'd say it's harder to feed him than to put him to sleep. Meron akong sikreto eh. Wala pang 10 minutes tulog na to. Next question. Gaano kakulit si Jude? He can be makulit. Depende sa mood niya eh. Pero honestly, he's a very, very chill baby. Sobrang kalmado niya, hindi siya iyakin. Swerte talaga kami. Next question. Are you ready for his wedding? Wag muna guys, wala pang 1-year-old yung anak ko, okay? Alright, but yeah, I mean, that would be a huge milestone. I don't know, ayoko mo nang isipin, no? Next question for Mary May Asuncion. What's the moisturizer that you use for Jude's skin? A very good one, that's all I can say. Who gets up at night? Kadalasan, Janella. But pag mga 1 or 2 a.m., I'm usually awake pa rin. So I take care of him if he wakes up that early. Pero last night was the first night he slept the whole time. He didn't wake up at all. So, do you guys have a nanny? No, wala pa kaming yaya. Actually, medyo nahihirapan kami. Because we never really saw the need for a yaya. Pero ngayon na nagte-taping ulit ako at malapit na rin magsimula mag-taping si Janella, kailangan talaga namin ng either family member or yaya na trustworthy to be with Jude while we're away. Does Jude test your patience? Next question. The answer obviously is yes. He obviously tests my patience. It's hard to be a young father. It's hard to be a young mother. It's hard to be a young parent. So there's gonna be times where you really want to pull your hair out and be like, you know, it's always for like a split second lang. Wala eh, tignan mo naman yung mukha niya kasi. Baba. You know what I mean? You can't be angry at this face. Alright, next question. What do we have? What was your first reaction seeing Jude the first time? Are you crying? I'm not crying right now. Jaysalan. Jaysalan! Hey, what's up? But no, the first time I saw Jude sa hospital sa UK, honestly, it was so hard to process my emotions. Gulat na gulat ka, babe. Ano yan? Look at him. Just look at him. My goodness. Yeah, the first time I saw him was 100% just loss of words. I was speechless. I didn't understand what to do or like how to be human, I guess. Sobrang nawalan ako ng, like, I just lost the concept of space and time for a whole 5 minutes. Like, I was speechless. As soon as he came out, I was just in awe of this beautiful thing that is now standing on his own. I'm not even holding him. Next question. How was it going to work and leaving Jude? Any moments you feel like you want to go home? Every moment. To answer your question, every single moment. Every single moment that I'm at work, it's just so...
There we go. Grabe, he looks so good in football, huh? Suggesting lang naman.
So, welcome to Jude's room. Obviously, he's napped and fed and everything, so we can continue with the questions. Oh yeah, how was it going to work in living Jude? As I said, it was torture. It's so hard being ganun kalayo and for so long. It's also very hard to focus on the work, to focus on the character that I had to, you know, portray, and staying in characters. They're very difficult, especially when I'm missing Jude so much. Every single moment I was at taping, I wanted to come home. Next question from Julia Isabel. How did you manage your time and everything that you do? Work plus Jude. Well, it's actually not so hard to manage my time because work now, in terms of taping, is lock-in. So I lock into a set. I lock into a... What do you do? You can't eat that. But... So yeah, it's not that hard managing everything, especially with time management and work and Jude. It's not so hard. That's probably one of the pros about the new protocols, especially. The fact that once I'm there, once I'm locked in, even if it's hard, at least I'm there. I can focus kind of relatively on the topic and on the work. Damn, bilis natin sa mga question na ta. Ano ang pagbabago sa buhay mo nung dumating si Jude? Marami talaga. In fact, hindi eh. Yung buong buhay ko, actually, yung buong buhay ko nagbago. From my decision making, my priorities in life, how I think, how I approach even the smallest situations. It's crazy. It's really crazy, and I'm sure most parents out there will agree with me that as soon as I saw Jude come out in the delivery room, it parang siyang switch in my mind that was like, and then everything was just flipped straight upside down, and I was a different person. But yeah, dami. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't the most responsible guy on the planet. Bata pa ako eh. I was into having fun, I was into going out with my friends and all that. Pero, grabe talaga yung pagbago ng buhay ko. Next question from Sister Bilio. How hard is it to be a father at a young age? It's a hard adjustment period. Sa simula, mahirap talaga. Marami talagang papasok sa isip mo na, kaya ko ba to? Kakayanin ko ba to? Will I get enough work to financially support a child? There's a lot of questions and doubts that will pop into your head. Pero the main thing that brought me out of those doubts, brought me out of those questions was, first of all, Janela and my family back home in the UK. But yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's definitely not easy being this young and being thrown into the world of parenthood. But also, it's not something that I would ever regret. Looking back on it, it's nothing to even be worthy of the thought of regretting it, you know? Because look what I got out of it. I won. Want to stand up, say hi to everybody? Good boy, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a strong boy. That's his new face. Look at his new face. Do your new face. Do your new face. Okay, no new face, I'm sorry. Okay, next question from Joanne Girl. Do you sleep with the baby during nighttime? Magkatabi. Yes, we do. He sleeps in between me and Janela. It's always been like that since he was born, and I wouldn't feel safe without him sleeping next to me. Alam mo yun, baka clingy lang ako. But yeah, he sleeps in between us. Do you get mad easily if he does bad things? I think we are a bit too high. Let me just lower this a bit so you guys can see. There you go. So yeah, he's 9 months old, so he doesn't know the difference between right and wrong just yet. Do you? He's gonna fall. Ready? Ready? Oh, he's holding on. He's a funny baby. How to be a good father. That's a good question that I do not have the answer to. I feel like it's a relative. I feel it's a relative question. In my opinion, being a good father is a never-ending journey. Because parenthood never stops, honestly, until the day you pass on, obviously. But despite how old your child is, the most important thing is you always do right by them. At the same time, instilling the same morals that you think is right in this world. They need to have the same outlook as you, which always has to be right. Don't ever push something on your child that they don't want. Unless they're a baby and they're not wanting to finish their food, which is important. They always gotta finish their food. Unless they're throwing up, of course. See, ang daming kailangan isipin. But how to be a good father, I don't know. I'll have to ask my father about that because he was a great one. Do you wash Jude's puwet from Super Ladybug? Yes, I do. And so does Janella, of course. Alam yan, di namin lilinisin. Wala kaming yaya eh. So, I mean, whenever we bathe him, whenever I bathe him, whenever she bathes him, whenever he does a doo-doo in his diaper, I mean, is changing diapers difficult? It's actually surprisingly easy. Medyo mas mahirap na dahil malikot na si Jude. Parang sometimes he'll just try and squirm out of it. But it's surprisingly easy. I never thought it would be, but yeah. Next video, I'm gonna have a diaper changing tutorial. It's too easy. I don't even need to do that. Are there any moments with your dad that you would like to recreate with Jude? That's a very nice question. When I was young, I played football with my dad in the house. We used to have this long hallway, and he would be at one end and I'd be at the other end, and the doorways would be the goals. So we still have the house sa UK, so sana magawa namin ni Jude. And my dad used to take me to all of my football games growing up. So even until the age I was 15, my dad would take me to my football games. So yeah, I'd be a super cringy soccer dad sa tingin ko. Next question from Kem Kem. What would you do if Jude will have girl problems? Like, for example, cheating. Guys, bata pa anak ko. Baby pa anak ko. Wala pang 1 year old. Itong wedding, cheating. Dami nyong... Bobs, ano ba, no? I don't even know how to answer this question. What if we find out that he's cheating on his girlfriend? Christ, I'd have to discipline the hell out of him. That ain't my boy. He won't. I'm gonna make sure that he has the right morals. Right. Last question from Mariel Matudan. One piece of advice to young parents. Okay. Alright. This might sound so Tumblr, but trust the process. It's something that I've said to myself in a lot of situations where parang yung frustration levels ko through the roof na. Like those nights where he was super teething na I couldn't even fall asleep because every time I put him on the bed, he'd wake up and start crying, and then he'd have to fall asleep on top of me, which would be super uncomfy for me and I wouldn't be able to sleep. And the things that I would say in my mind to, you know, mentally get through it was just trust the process. Trust the process. And yeah, it works, man. Like every single situation that you might think is hard, it's a pebble in the road of a long journey that you're gonna have with your son or with your daughter or with your child. That's gonna make it look like your lives are meaningless compared to the beautiful story that you're gonna create with your child, you know? So as I said, trust the process. No, baba. Okay. Right. That's where we're gonna leave ya. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Papa's Journey. Say bye, Baba. Bye-bye. 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 Alright. And that was episode 2 of Papa's Journey. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.